This is the top 10 saddest Decepticon deaths ever. Many Autobots may be like, why would you make a video like this? Well, this is the reason. Because you Autobots are stupid. Decepticons are just brutally murdered in everything. They're always killed. Y'all don't understand. I believe in Megatron's cause because I am Decepticon Deathbot. And now I'm going to talk about how brutal and sad these deaths were. Let's start off with Rampage. I'm calling him Rampage because Skipjack's obviously the red one. Do not read the box labels. Got it? Okay, now, Rampage's death was sad. There's reason one. He literally survived the Dark of the Moon and he died off screen. He was in the giant crowd of Decepticons and Optimus showed up. And we see something yellow get destroyed. And then it just zooms past, and then Optimus does a turn and shoots Longhole in the chest. And we soon see him again, without his tail, on the floor, crawling, and then being shot in the face by a human. He never even got a chance to see. He didn't even see it coming. Payload got to live, and then Payload became canopied. Rampage got no respect at all. He had no respect. He was just murdered by Optimus. Optimus don't care about us. Optimus is a fucking monster. Now let's go on to Bone Crusher. Bone Crusher is quite strange to y'all. The reason why Bone Crusher is here is because reason one. If you read a comment, if you read something, you'll start realizing that Bone Crusher hated everything, even himself. Bone Crusher is pure rage. Bone Crusher hated Optimus because Optimus was the reason why Cybertron was destroyed. Bone Crusher doesn't understand what evil is. Bone Crusher has the freaking mind of a child that is enraged. He has no intelligence over that of a child. He wants to destroy something, he'll destroy it. That's why his death was sad. Optimus killed him brutally, and Optimus doesn't care about the Decepticons. Yeah, that's extremely sad. Now let's get on to Thundercracker, which many people might be surprised when he's here because he died an honorable death. But let me tell you, he did not die an honorable death. Do you know why? He died by one thing. One thing. You know what that is? He crashed into the sea. Which is insane, because Thundercracker was a main character in the comics. He was insane on the Cybertron comics. He sliced a man in half. He sliced a Cybertronian in half. He fought toe-to-toe against Cliffjumper. He knocked out RC. But people thought that Cliffjumper and RC died by him. But no, Starscream actually killed them. And the person that he sliced in half was actually a meanie. He was very rude to other Autobots. So I'm confused why people don't thank him for being like... People think that he's a demon from hell. But no, he's actually an angel sent from above to smite the cruel and evil people. Which might sound insane, but he's very honorable. He's a nice guy. His death was sad because he never even... The KSI... The reason why there's not many blue KSI is because they never found his body. Yeah, that's right. They never found his body. Okay, now let's move on to Mixmaster. Mixmaster's death is sad because reason one. He died because his head was sliced in half by a giant brick thanks to a railgun, and he screamed before he died, and his head was a part of the neck, so he's dead. He died a brutal death. He never had a chance to go to Dark of the Moon. And he died exactly like Scavenger. Scavenger was actually the reason why he died. And Scavenger is a giant grip. Guess what happened to his neck? Yeah, Scavenger ripped his neck off when he was shot. And then, basically, his head smacked into a brick, which crushed his bones, or his insides. Which he died of a lot of blood loss. So, yeah. If you almost think he deserved it, you might be right. But no one deserves to have a death that brutal. Even by your own teammate. No one deserves to have a death like that. Now let's go on to Skipjack. Skipjack, I'm pretty sure everyone can understand why he's here. He was a reasonable Decepticon. He was a nice guy. He never had the guts to hurt anyone. He just wanted to get the Matrix so Megatron can understand him and understand his loyalty. But little did he know, Sam is immature and not reasonable at all, and Sam just told Bumblebee to kill him without even letting him talk. He never even hurt Sam's parents. He missed on purpose to shoot at Michaela. And he literally was using actual English, and he didn't even spit on Sam. He wasn't even being mean. He was just trying to be threatening. And Sam was just acting like he was a dog and just killed him. Thanks to Bumblebee, and used the Ravage as a whip. That's why I hate Bumblebee. That's why I call Bumblebee a piece of shit. Okay, now let's go on to the one and only Blackout. Blackout is here for one reason. Blackout is actually extremely cool. Blackout was amazing. Blackout was epic. Blackout even has his own little pet, which might be insane, but many Autobots don't have pets. Yeah, I know. Now, Blackout died a horrible death, a big shot in the crotch by a missile launcher and an airplane missile suit, just which did absolutely nothing to it. And he was shot in the crotch because his crotch is slowly leather, which is the cockpit near the engine, which he exploded. This is the only reason why he died. Yeah, it's quite humiliating, and that's sad. Now, let's go into this little guy. He was angry at the humans after his owner/father died. That's right, they're related. Okay, now, on with this. Okay, basically, he was mad at the humans, so he went in at them. He went in the desert battle after the movie, and he attacked Sam Witwicky and Michaela, and basically Jetfire showed up, smacked him against the wall, tossed him, he went back underground, he flinged himself at Jetfire, ripped out a part of his torso, then he was smacked to the ground, he was about to rip open his face, and then he just got squished, because he was rage-filled, and he did not understand how to retreat. Yeah, it's sad. And the fact that he has the intelligence of a little tiny dog. Okay, now, let's go to Scrap Metal. Scrap Metal is pretty obvious. His death is sad because he basically was jumped by Mixmaster and Longhaul. And the worst part about this is, after he was tearing to pieces, he screamed. Scrap Metal said, "Kill the little one," and he's the smallest one out of them all. And before he could speak his piece, he was jumped by Mixmaster and Longhaul. And after that, Mixmaster said, "I haven't felt like that in ages." Which Mixmaster is a cannibalistic Cybertronian. Yeah, he actually is. Just to let you know that. And now Scrapper. Scrapper's here as he became Trench. That's right, he became Trench. And he was also forced to kill his little brother. Yeah. And now, he was forced to watch his little brother get torn to pieces. And now, listen up. Scrapper died by Megatron, and he fought alongside Hound against Megatron at the junkyard, and Hound ran away because Trench was stripped in half by Megatron once he realized his head was similar to Scrapper's. Yeah, brutal death indeed, and sad. And now, you might be wondering why the hell is Optimus Prime here? Well, this is not Optimus Prime. This is Nemesis Prime. I'm just using off the side because my custom-made one is not even done yet. Yeah. And the reason why Nemesis Prime is here, which you might be shocked, because he's the only one that deserved his death. The reason why it's sad is because Nemesis Prime doesn't have an actual... Nemesis Prime is literally just a ghost. That's right. He's a ghost. He's some shattered glass universe. With the thing about him is... He was epic. Sometimes people call him a Scourge, which is kind of reasonable because that's his actual first name. And now, Nemesis Prime died a horrible death by Michael Bay. He was in the body of Optimus, and then Optimus got out of the... retook control and basically just destroyed Nemesis Prime because Nemesis Prime's soul was evaporated. That's the only way I can explain it in a simpler way. Okay? And Nemesis Prime never came back ever because he's completely dead. Yeah. People think that he comes back very easily, but no. He's literally a soul that can be destroyed by the Matrix. And he was destroyed by the Matrix. Yeah. And Bumblebee's words are pure magic. Just gonna let you know that. Now, the video is done. Those were the saddest deaths in this entire video. Those are all the saddest Decepticon deaths. And why they're sad. Tell me, which one do you think is the real saddest one? Tell me if you think a different Decepticon deserves to be in this. If it's a Decepticon I do not have, then I'm sorry. I would have probably chose him. But I probably do not even have the toy. Like, let's say, Dreadbot's death was actually sad. Yeah, it really was. Yeah. Goodbye, everyone. This is Deathbot signing off.